as a quick walk around our Rossion Q1. Now we're going to show you some of the little imperfections scattered around the car that may not show up on camera. So we will start at the front here. So we have a half front paint protection film. You can see the seams going along here and then all the way along the front. But we do have a couple paint chips on the higher end of the hood and quarter panels that a full front PPF would have protected from, but they are there nonetheless. So if we look closer in the area of the PPF, it does look like there were some chips that were there before the PPF was applied. You can see especially the lower part of the bumper scattered about quite a bit. Then we have a couple more marks and a few, there were some bubbles in the PPF that I noticed there. Additionally, there was some fluid and dirt that got inside the headlight lenses. You can see through there. We'll move on to the passenger side front here, where we have just a couple, there's a scrape there, chip down here. I will leave the key inside the car because it is locking and unlocking as we move around the car, but we'll continue here. Passenger side quarter panel, really nothing to note here because there is some protective film on this bit behind the front wheel well, so that has done a great job. Carbon fiber mirror casings here, no scratches, or maybe there's a little chip right there, right above my finger. Nothing significant there. Going down the passenger side, we had a couple chips right here, and there was a light, very light scratch at the bottom of the side skirt there. We have a strip of paint protection film on the leading edge of this intake, which is very helpful because that is a typical problem area. We have a small chip on the passenger rear wheel there, and another down there, but the face of the spokes is pretty clean. And then again, we have a strip of protection film on that wheel well. And we'll move to the rear of the car. We have a paint chip here next to the passenger tail light, and then here we have a bit of damage above the passenger side exhaust outlet. But otherwise, not much to report from the rear of the car. Driver's side rear wheel looks to be in good shape, maybe a little chip on the edge there. And as we get along the driver's side here, really nothing significant. We did have a couple scratches on the inside of the mirror casing there, and it looks like there's a small chip on the inside of the driver's door jamb. And then same thing here, this piece of film has protected the paint quite well. We do have a couple little scratches on the outside corner of that intake piece there. And that just about sums up the exterior. Additionally, we want to point out this crack in the windshield. So it spiders down to there, and then all the way down to the bottom. This is the same windshield from the Noble M400, but on this Rossion, it is cracked down there. And entry into the cabin, there's really not a whole lot of wear points. We have Alcantara on the side of the bucket seats here, maybe a little loose down here, but nothing extreme or noticeable or really that needs to be addressed. And then the rest of the cabin is quite Spartan, but also quite clean. So that sums up our Rossion Q1. Thanks for watching.